Ever wondered if Denmark's most haunted castle is really home to a ghost? They say if you visit Dragsholm Castle, you might just meet the White Lady. But who was she? And why has her spirit lingered for over 500 years? Welcome to Timeless Europe, where we journey through the continent's most fascinating tales and enduring mysteries. Today, we are venturing into the heart of Denmark, to a castle that has stood for over 800 years. Dragsholm Castle, once a medieval fortress, then a formidable prison, and now a luxury hotel, holds a story so tragic it has echoed through the centuries. We are here to uncover the truth behind its most famous resident, the White Lady. Our story begins in the early 16th century. Dragsholm Castle wasn't the beautiful hotel you see today. It was a stern, imposing structure, home to the powerful Bovles family. The lord of the castle had a beautiful daughter named Celina Bovles. Celina was known for her kindness and her striking fairness, a stark contrast to the grim stone walls of her home. In those days, the daughters of nobility were assets, their marriages arranged to forge alliances and consolidate power. Celina's fate, she was told, was already sealed. She was betrothed to a nobleman of her father's choosing, a man she had never met. But destiny and love had other plans for her. Celina's heart, however, was not hers to give away so easily. It already belonged to someone else. He was a commoner, a young man who worked within the castle walls. His name is lost to history, but his role was humble, perhaps a stable hand, a builder, or a groundskeeper. Their love was a secret, a flame that burned brightly in the shadows of the castle. They met in hushed whispers in secluded courtyards and shared stolen glances across the great hall. It was a love that was pure and genuine, but in the rigid social structure of the 16th century, it was utterly forbidden. For a noblewoman to love a commoner was not just a scandal. It was a betrayal of her family, her class, and her duty. Their secret could not be kept forever. One day, Celina found the courage to confess to her father. Perhaps she hoped he would see the depth of her love and show mercy. Maybe she believed her happiness was more important than any strategic alliance. Whatever her hope, it was tragically misplaced. Her father, Lord Bowling, was a man of his time, driven by honor, status, and power. The news of his daughter's love for a commoner filled him not with compassion, but with a terrifying rage. To him, this was the ultimate disgrace. His daughter had sullied the family name. The shame was unbearable. What happened next is the horrifying heart of this legend. Blinded by fury and a twisted sense of honor, Celina's father decided on a punishment so cruel it's almost unimaginable. He would not just end the affair, he would erase the source of his shame. He ordered his own daughter to be imprisoned. But not in a dungeon, not in a cell from which she might one day escape. Her prison was to be the very walls of the castle itself. He commanded the castle's masons to wall her up, alive, within a hidden alcove. Think about that for a moment. A father, ordering his own child to be entombed alive in a wall of cold stone. The young man she loved suffered a similarly brutal fate. Some versions of the tale say he was executed on the spot, while others claim he was cast out, forced to live with the knowledge of what happened to Celina. Either way, their love story ended in absolute tragedy. Inside her stone tomb, Celina's life slowly faded away. Her last moments must have been filled with terror, heartbreak, and despair, her cries for help echoing unanswered within the castle walls until they were silenced forever. She died alone, in the dark, a victim of her father's cruel pride. For centuries, this story was just that, a story, a ghost tale told to frighten visitors. It was a chilling legend, but nothing more. Then, in the 1930s, Dragsholm Castle was undergoing extensive renovations. Workers were tearing down old walls to modernize the structure. As they dismantled a section of wall in the south wing, they made a shocking discovery. There, inside a small, sealed-off niche, was a human skeleton, and it was wearing the tattered remains of a white dress. Suddenly, the legend of the White Lady was no longer just a story. It was real. The skeleton was scientifically examined and confirmed to be that of a young woman, estimated to have been entombed sometime in the early 1500s. The legend had been validated in the most grisly way possible. With this discovery, the haunting of Dragsholm Castle took on a new and profound reality. The spirit of Celina Bovles, they say, never left. Her ghost, known as the White Lady, is said to roam the corridors and rooms of the castle she was once imprisoned within. She is not a malevolent spirit. Staff and guests who have seen her describe a feeling of deep sadness, not fear. She appears as a translucent figure in a white gown, gliding silently through the halls, forever searching for her lost love. Her presence is a constant, sorrowful reminder of the tragedy that unfolded here so long ago. The behavior of the White Lady's ghost is consistent with her tragic story. She is often seen in the evenings, wandering the castle grounds as if looking for someone. Her appearances are quiet and mournful. Some guests have reported waking in the night to find her standing at the foot of their bed, simply watching them with an expression of profound melancholy before fading away. Others have heard faint, sorrowful weeping echoing from the very walls where she was entombed. Her spirit seems locked in a loop of grief and longing, unable to find peace, unable to move on from the place of her horrific death. She is a silent witness to the castle's long history, a permanent resident whose pain has seeped into the very stones. The themes at the heart of this legend are timeless and universal: forbidden love, class conflict, and the brutal consequences of pride. Celina's story is a powerful commentary on the rigid social hierarchies of the past, where love was secondary to status, and a father's honor was deemed more important than his daughter's life. Her ghost serves as an eternal symbol of lost love and injustice. She represents all those whose happiness was sacrificed for the sake of tradition and family pride. Her unending search for her lover is a poignant testament to a love that was so strong, not even death, or a stone wall, could extinguish it. So, what is the warning of the White Lady? Her legend serves as a chilling cautionary tale. It warns against the dangers of unchecked pride and the cruelty that can arise when honor is valued above humanity and compassion. It reminds us that the choices we make, especially those born of anger and shame, can have consequences that ripple through centuries. The ghost of Celina Bovles is not here to harm anyone. She is a memorial. Her presence is a silent plea for us to remember her story, to acknowledge the injustice she suffered, and to choose love and empathy over pride and prejudice. If you ever find yourself walking the halls of Dragsholm Castle late at night and you feel a sudden chill or see a fleeting white figure in the corner of your eye, don't be afraid. It's likely just Celina. She's still searching for the peace she was so cruelly denied in life. Acknowledge her with a thought of sympathy for her and for the love she lost. Her story is a vital part of Denmark's history, a tragic but important reminder that some stories are so powerful, they refuse to be forgotten. Thanks for joining us on this journey to timeless Europe. If you found this story as haunting as we did, don't forget to like, subscribe,